So I gotta do this quick because I do have to leave. But for the face today, we're gonna be using Wet n Wild in the shade Golden Beige. Okay, Golden Beige. So we're gonna use that for the face. My bronzer is going to be the Revolution that I love. Of course, for the blush, I'm gonna be using my P. Louise blush, and then to set the foundation is going to be the Wet n Wild, and then this is going to be my concealer that I love, so we'll be using that. And so I'm going to start with the foundation and work my way around. So you look a little scary when you apply it because this is with a spatula. So now I'm just going to go ahead and blend with my wet sponge. It's not a beauty blender, it's not the brand, it's just a sponge. All right, the foundation is done. I've tried using brushes before. I kind of don't like it. I know there's a lot of makeup artists that are like, oh, don't use a sponge. I use a sponge. That's what I like. That's what I'm going to keep using. And then I'm going to be using my e.l.f. concealer right now. I don't do like any drastic things. I just do 2 dots, one here and one here. And then I do the same thing on the other side. And I like to use a smaller sponge instead of the one that I use for the foundation to do the eyes. So I'm going to start setting my under eye, but since I am wearing a black bodysuit, I am going to be covering up with a towel because I do not want to have to change. So let's do this. So I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder. It's translucent, supposedly translucent, but you see a little bit of color. So for the under eye, we'll go ahead and make sure there's no creases. And then we go in. I like to use different brushes for, oops, my AC is kicking. So this one I like to use for under my eye. And then we'll use a bigger one for my face. I know there some people don't like to put powder on their whole face. I do because I want nothing to move. So I will be putting the powder everywhere. And I have like dry skin. I really don't have oily skin, but I still slap that puppy on. I will put that and then I'll set everything with my Milani Make It Last powder. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my face. I just dab. I don't like move it around. Like I just tap my face. And that's how we're gonna do the whole face. So for the bronzer, we're going in with my Revolution one, the lid. It's done. So I just have to work with what I got. So this is what we're gonna use for the bronzer. I really do have to hurry up, so I'm gonna put it on, then I'll come back. All right, so I did the bronzer here and on the side of my cheeks. And we're going in with this beauty. So today, let's try out the super bright pink. This one here. You can't even, it's like a hot pink. I don't know why it's not really showing, but it's like a hot pink. I love it. So I'm going to try it out today for the first time. I think I did too much. Let me dab some on a piece of paper. And then perfect. So I'll dab some on a piece of paper so I can get rid of some of the excess. Oh, that is really bright. I'm gonna blend some of it out because it's super bright. So let me blend some out. And then for the highlighter, I'll be using, you can't even see it too much, but from Revolution. This one that I love because it's so shiny. Let me get my highlighter brush, which I use this one here. And just a little. When I use the setting spray, I let it dry a little bit and then I go ahead and I use the clean part of the sponge and I dab everything in, so some of it will also fade more a little bit just because it's still a little loud for me. I'm not used to it. It looks beautiful though, but for me, I'm not used to it. So let me go ahead and get the setting spray and use a fan to help to dry up the setting spray. I did use a generous amount to go ahead and melt everything together. The color is really pretty though. The blush. I don't think they have names. No, they don't have names. They're just pretty. I love pink, so that palette for the blushes is up my alley. I'm probably going to add some more of the highlighter in the inner corner to lighten things up a bit, because the Natasha Denona doesn't have a shiny like white color that I like to do, like a nice highlight. So I'll be using my highlighter to do the inner corner highlight. So this is pretty dry now, so we'll go ahead and we'll start to dab and melt everything even more together. So let me do that. So it did tame it down a bit, so better than what I expected. With the same clean side, I go over my eyebrows to get rid of any of the dust from the powder. I don't use pencil on my eyebrows. I've been lucky enough to not have to, because I have plenty of eyebrows, so I just work with what I got, clean it up with like when I carve out my eyebrows, and then just clean them up with like to get rid of the powder. So that's it for the face. So this is it. The eyes are done. We're done for today. Bye.